Yo, Bevan's Imperfect Kitchen. I'm gonna make some yogurt. I'm gonna use some raw milk I bought at Woolworths of all places. Didn't expect to find it there. Probably not organic or grass-fed or any of that fancy stuff, but we're just playing around. I'm gonna try and make some 24-hour yogurt. I'm doing keto. Bit of a hobby. Yogurt's not really a keto-y thing. Kind of on the border. I figure if I ferment it for 24 hours, it'll drop the sugars down enough, and I kind of really like it. And it's great for your gut health. I'm really working on my inflammation and stuff like that. All a bit of an experiment, but let's get into some yogurt. I'm going to use these jars, make it in here. These are from my EasyO. I've used the EasyO a lot in the past. We've got this. I've made lots of yogurt in this. It's very easy. You boil some water, you fill it up, you put milk and a bit of yesterday's yogurt in those, stick it in the tub, leave it overnight, you get yogurt. But I want to get fancy and do some experiments. I've lost the lids, so I've made some. These will work. And I'm going to do all sorts of funny stuff. I've made my own yogurt maker. We'll see that in a minute. But first thing I'm going to do is get the milk out, get it into a saucepan, heat it up, get it to temperature, and let's see how we go. Okay, all right. I poured my cold pressed raw milk into the saucepan. I'm going to bring it to heat. It's really nice. You can see the cream floating on the top. I haven't seen that since I was a kid, when we used to actually have a cow. So I'm not going to use pasteurized milk. I'm going to use this raw milk. So I've got to bring this up to about 80 degrees Celsius and keep it there for, they say 10 minutes. Last time I did it, I just brought it up to that temperature straight away and didn't keep it. But I'm going to do that. I did do an experiment of not boiling the milk first. I made a little batch of yogurt and that came out runny and tangy and gross. So I learnt my lesson. That was a good little experiment to do. So yeah, see you back shortly when this comes to temperature. Okay, so while that milk's heating up, I've got a little thermometer in here. Let's see how I'm going to incubate it. Because I'm going to ferment it, like I said, 24 hours. So I've built myself a yogurt contraption. We're going to use a big plastic tub and an aquarium heater. Now this is this heater, if you see here, goes up to about 32 degrees. That's pretty much spot on what we need. So yeah, just put the heater down in the tub and plug that in and fill her up with water. And that's going to, I haven't turned that on yet, I'll fill this up with water and I can use it as a just a heat bath. These containers will easily fit in there, and that'll keep my yogurt at the right temperature for 24 hours. Homemade yogurt maker. Woo! Hey, so I filled the tub with water. We're going to put the heater in there and turn the heater on. Go, boom, easy. Now let's keep an eye on my milk while we're here. I'll give this a bit of a stir. We don't want it to stick on the bottom. So that's coming up. That's about 45 degrees now. I'll be careful. We don't want this to boil over. I added warm water into the tub, so it's already at about 33 degrees, something like that. So that heater won't have to do a lot of work to bring it to temperature. It'll just keep it there. So again, I'll come back when this milk's been up to temperature. Right, so that's at 80 degrees now. So we're going to keep it there for about 10 minutes. So Look, my time is not working just for fun. Joy. That is fun. Here we go. So I've turned that right down because we don't want it to boil. And you don't want to watch this for 10 minutes, so come back shortly. Okay, so that's been sitting at between 80 and 90 degrees for about 10 minutes. So now I need to bring that down into this to match this around that 30 to 40 degrees, more like 32 it's probably going to sit at. So to do that, I'm going to put the saucepan in a little water bath for a bit. People use ice baths. I don't have any ice prepared. It doesn't take long in water anyway. I've done this before. So we'll bring the temperature of the milk down from the 80 that it's on now. I don't know if you can see that. It's on just over 80. Bring that down to about 30, and then we're ready to go. Okay, I'm back now. Right, so that milk's come down to about 35 degrees. So that's between 30 and 40. That's well within a good temperature. We're not going to kill all our good bacteria and you know, whatever it is that makes yogurt. I don't know. This is my imperfect cooking show. But bring this milk over here. You can see. Oh look, it's kind of saying it's 30 now. Down close to about 30 degrees. Nice. So, easy bit. Yogurt containers. Maybe not the easy bit. Got to pour this in here. We're gonna get a mess. I can see it coming already. There we go. Mess. And then pour a bunch in there and a bunch in here. I reckon that's 2 litres, huh? That's not 2 litres, but that's fine. What a mess. I'm going to clean that back up. Be back in a minute. So the next thing, get some yogurt that I've got left over from last time. So this is here. And so this is yogurt that it's a bit from the last batch of yogurt I made. I kept it in the freezer, and I've just put that in some warm water just to defrost it. And what we're going to use that, we're going to use that as a starter for these other two. So let's put a good half of it in there, and about half of it in there. Whoa, look at that. And now we're ready. I'm going to put my little makeshift lids on here just to keep it. Yeah, I don't even know if I need them. That sits nice and happy in that water bath. This one too. And they just about want to float, so I'm going to take a little bit of water out of there. Use this mug for that. And you see it floating around the water, it's set on the bottom. Doesn't need to be that high. Doesn't need to be anywhere near that high, to be honest. Get the water at the same level as the yogurt in there. We watered them just about. Perfect. And so that's it. That's our yogurt. and I'm gonna bring this over here. That is our yogurt maker, ready to go. Now I'm going to leave that for 24 hours. It's not going to be quite 24 hours because I've got to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to go into the office, so I won't be here. But well, it's early enough in the morning now that I reckon I get 23 hours out of it. Close enough. I'll turn that heater off before I leave and chuck those in the fridge to set for the afternoon, and we can check them when I get home. So, Bevan's Imperfect Cooking Show, homemade yogurt from scratch. Yeah, see you later. Okay, I'm back. I was in a hurry this morning before I left for work, and I pulled those yogurts out of the bath this morning. Chucked them in the fridge. Took a bit off the top to use for next time, to use as a starter. But let's see. I'm going to grab them out of the fridge. They've been in the fridge since 8 o'clock this morning. So I guess it's a 23-hour yogurt, not a 24. Because I had to go to work, so I pulled them out at 8. There we go. Let's put the light on. Oh, 2 yogurts. See how it went. I expect the flavour to be quite tangy. Should be expected, having done all that work for those extra hours. It's had some time to sit in the fridge and set, so I might grab myself a nice little cup and take a sample. Let's try this out. And oh look, I noticed the last lot I did firmed up over a few days in the fridge. But this is not too bad. It's not super runny. There's chunks in it. It holds its shape. So, time for the taste test. That's what I expected. It's quite tangy. I like it. To be honest, I like that. I like a bit of tang. A little bit sour. Almost a bit like lemon. Almost. I do quite like that. What I'm going to try though, to experiment, put a little bit of stevia in it. I'll be back in a moment. Righto, so a little packet of stevia here. Let's put approximately a couple of teaspoons in there. Let's go. That should about do it. And mix that in. Surprising how good that stuff works as a sweetener. I quite like it. And you can taste the granules that haven't dissolved. You taste that sourness out quite a bit. I like this too. I could go it either way. Yep, that's yum. Now, if my theory's right, doing it for all that extra time drops that lactose right down, drops the sugars a lot. I can eat more of this. So can you? There we go. 23-hour yogurt. In the homemade yogurt maker. Yeah. See ya.